Hey everyone, thanks for clicking. This is Rocky here with my top moments from episode 17 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. My number 6 top moment, May turning to the dark side. May makes a move and ends up getting command of the base back, but it seems it might just be in name only as we have Bobbi and Mac kind of overshadowing everything. During a conversation with Bobbi, this Theta protocol is brought up, and essentially it's the idea that Coulson's been basically building another base for superpowered people and having funds transferred and things like that, and apparently, Bobbi gets the impression that May had no idea about this, so she's wanting to use that as an angle to get May basically on their side, or as I call it, the dark side of S.H.I.E.L.D. Sadly, it might just be working as May pushes Simmons to open up the toolbox. I want to have faith in May, as she's always been there for Coulson. Even when she was spying on him for Fury, she's always been there for him. But at this point, I'm just not so sure about her. Number 5, Raina's gift. We finally get some good screen time with Raina in this episode as she continues to deal with her transformation. There is some tension between Gordan and Lincoln, as both seem to want to help Raina, but Gordan feels that Lincoln cannot fully understand what she's going through as he did not actually physically change. This could be setting up some division within the Inhuman ranks, and also appears Gordan is kind of falling for Raina a little bit and decides to be her guide. Raina keeps making reference to a dream of being hunted, and another of Skye at dinner with her father, Happy. At first, this just seems to be her continued jealousy of Skye, but then later on, Lincoln sees Skye with her father and it clicks. Raina's not just dreaming, she seems to have some sort of precognitive abilities now. So I imagine we're going to be seeing that continue to grow, but to what extent it is, I'm not so sure. It's just kind of funny because early on she was, following the quote-unquote clairvoyant that turned out to be Garrett with no actual powers whatsoever, and now she technically could be a clairvoyant with her powers. Number 4, Fitz is being tailed. We get some brief moments with Fitz in this episode, but some pretty big things happen. He's obviously being tailed by S.H.I.E.L.D. agents in hopes that he'll lead them to Coulson. He's able to open up the toolbox in a bathroom and makes connection with Hunter and Coulson. He asks for help in getting away. Thankfully, there's a hand dryer near. What Hunter is going to have him do with it, I have no idea, but I get the feeling it's going to be something pretty cool, and we're probably only going to hear about it, not actually see it. Number 3, Skye's Training. Skye begins her training with S.H.I.E.L.D. and learns that once she begins to focus and learn, she should be able to vibrate anything independently, as opposed to just shaking everything around her, right? She begins by learning what her power feels like as she creates an avalanche. S.H.I.E.L.D. wants Skye to remember the joy she felt at using her power, as it's a gift and not a curse. The next step is to start learning control, and fine control at that, as Skye vibrates glasses with water to make music, which she does, but then they end up shattering. This causes Skye to remember events that happened when she was a child and going through foster care. She describes how she never felt any place was home until she found S.H.I.E.L.D. and they turned on her. She's now afraid that the people of Afterlife will as well. Number 2, S.H.I.E.L.D's secret. Hearing of Skye's loneliness and fear is the final push S.H.I.E.L.D. needs to tell Skye that she is her mother. I really enjoyed this moment as both actresses did a brilliant job of showing emotion, and you could feel that come across on the screen. Though as beautiful as the moment was, we learned that it has to be kept a secret that Skye's her daughter. Due to the events of Skye's transformation, S.H.I.E.L.D. had to step in to protect her, and she fears that if the truth is revealed, others will say she used favoritism and Skye will be in danger. So this is another hint at some division within the Inhumans, though not as extreme as what we're seeing within S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm pretty sure the secret is going to come out and the afterlife is going to go to hell. I mean, it's kind of a trend with Skye that anytime she's happy and comfortable, things just tear apart around her. So I think we're going to be heading that way, unfortunately. Number 1 top moment, they sent in the cavalry. We finally get to see what happened in Bahrain with May and how she earned the nickname or moniker Cavalry. Now, these scenes at first seem a bit forced, as it's kind of unclear if May is actually remembering these during the episode, or if it's just kind of being laid out for us as the viewers. Either way, it gives us a huge look at Melinda May as we see her when she was married and happy. Andrew and May are even planning to have children. Then we get to Bahrain and things shift. S.H.I.E.L.D. is sent in to acquire a Russian woman with some level of super strength for the Index. She does not go quietly, and a S.H.I.E.L.D. tactical team goes in and is quickly taken out. Coulson and May break the rules, and May goes in to save the team, as well as a little girl that was kidnapped. She finds the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and they all seem to be under the control of someone, and May assumes it's the woman they're looking for. We get a quick and brutal fight scene between May and this woman, but in the end, it turns out it was the little girl controlling everyone, and May ends up taking the girl out, and all the agents get their senses back, but can't remember what happened. They only know May saved them, and apparently took out a whole warehouse of bad guys. So we now know why she hates being called the Cavalry, and why she has issues with powered people, as well as why she has problems with people touching her. This eventually led to the breakup of her marriage, I'm assuming, as she just couldn't be close with her husband anymore. And it's that shift of her personality. In the beginning of the flashback, she's very happy and looking forward to children and everything. And now we have this shift after Bahrain where she's just not smiling. She's not happy. All she can remember is that little girl. And this obviously has some connections with her relationship with Skye, where Skye's a powered person as well, and she's having that conflict within her. But yeah, those were some amazing scenes in the flashback. Alright, so my final thoughts on the episode. This was a really good episode. I enjoyed all the information we received on May, as well as Skye's training. I also thought it was pretty slick that what happened with May actually connects back to the Inhumans, and in particular Skye's mother S.H.I.E.L.D, as the woman they were after was actually an Inhuman, and she stole some crystals, some Terrigen crystals, to enhance her daughter. And her daughter was the one that was kind of controlling everyone and, basically went insane because she was too young for that kind of power. I was honestly a bit surprised with how dark the episode went, with having May take out the young girl. I'm still not sure how I feel about that, as it just seemed to be way dark for this show. But yeah, I did enjoy the moments. The scenes were done flawlessly, I think. We also got confirmation that the people of Afterlife are definitely cultivating their own Terrigen crystals. Now, the show needs to be careful at this point, as all our characters are pretty spread out, and typically when this happens, we see a drop in cohesive storytelling due to everything being kind of bogged down with trying to get everyone their screen time and every story kind of advanced. So I'm hoping that we'll see everyone back together soon, or at least not as spread out as they've been. The idea of Coulson developing a base for powered people is great, as it may actually connect back to the Marvel Netflix shows that are going to be coming out. No, Daredevil's out right now, but eventually it's going to lead into the Defenders, and there's rumors that Coulson is actually going to be one of the people that helps form that team, kind of a parallel to Nick Fury actually bringing the Avengers together. All in all, this was a solid episode and was filled with a bit of action, but a whole lot of emotion. I mean, just so many feels in this episode, between everything going on with May, the flashbacks with Bahrain, the little girl, Skye and her mother, and Skye, her mother, and her father. Just a lot of emotion in this episode. So it was a very emotionally driven episode, and it would definitely paid off pretty well, I think. As a viewer, I definitely enjoyed the episode. I hope you guys did as well. Go and let me know down in the comments below what your top moments were, or if you have any questions about any of the characters or anything brought up in the episode, go and put those down in the comments below as well. I'll be happy to go over that information with you. And if you've enjoyed the video, I'd ask you to go ahead and pound that like button and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That way you can receive an alert when I post my next Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. video, as well as the other Marvel and DC videos I'm doing right now. And if you've subscribed already, thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming on board, and I hope you're enjoying the videos. Alright guys, all that being said, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day now. Bye.